Hey, episode 5 here of Real Talk. I'm Dustin with the Davidson Group at ReeceNichols. I want to just recap the past week and what's been going on. You know, as you've heard in these videos, had conversations, if we've spoken at all or any other agent, this real estate market is bananas. And with that comes a lot. There's a lot of emotion with it. There's a lot of ups and downs. I posted a little bit about that a couple of days ago, which would be over a week now. But in this past week, it's worn on me. It's challenged me as an agent to take steps for growth, to realize a little bit of my shortcomings and where I need to do better, and really taking a step back and figuring out how do I move forward to, one, for my business, but two, for you as a client. Like, how do I make sure that I'm there every step of the way, that I'm able to be that rock and foundation for you as we move forward, whether that's a purchase or a sale, and really knowing how I can fill some of those gaps in my business to ensure that the time that I spend doing what I do is most beneficial. Most beneficial for my audience, most beneficial for my business, and most beneficial for you, the client. And having conversations and talking about life with people here in the office. Last week there was a conversation brought up, and of course, you know, I've got little kids, Sawyer and Sagan, and if you've got little kids, you probably know, but we were talking about Blippi. For those of you who don't have kids, or maybe they're older, right, not young kids, Blippi is a character on YouTube, and he creates a show. It's educational, there's dancing, there's singing. I would equate him to a modern day Pee Wee Herman, but a little bit more enjoyable and a little bit cooler in my opinion, but I'll let you watch it and figure it out. Anyways, I was talking about this in the office, and I said something about Blippi, and everyone looked at me like, what are you talking about, Blippi, you know? And I said, you know, Blippi, B-L-I-P-P-I, Blippi. And again, they're still looking at me like I'm crazy. And I showed them a YouTube video, a YouTube clip of Blippi and the excavator, which if you're ever around Sawyer, you need to ask him about the excavator. He can sing the song, and it is adorable. Anyway, got back into work, got to doing stuff, had to go out to an appointment, came back to the office, and in my office I had this little gem that was sitting on a table. It's a picture that is quote-unquote autographed by Blippi. Anyways, I thought it was kind of funny. The girls in the office, they printed this out, they framed it up, and they put it in there as a joke. I guess because I was talking so passionately about this character and his excavator, if I could speak. But it's little things like this, right? So talking about the growth in the business, talking about the pains that you go through, the stretching that you have, and the support that's there. You lean on your friends and your family. You lean on other agents, but when you're a single solo agent, there's not a team of support around you. And it's things like this that really show you that you do have that support that's there, and they can help you through those growing pieces. This is kind of more of a real talk, showing my emotion and a little bit of where I'm at in this current state. And hear me correctly, right? I love what I do. I so much love what I do. And it is so joyous to take care of people and help them sell homes and help them purchase homes, and knowing how to navigate that process and knowing what the next steps will be and how to work through the issues and concerns, there's nothing better. But when you're trying to do that at scale for multiple people, it becomes challenging. You get stressed for time, and you have to reevaluate where you're at. And so that's where I'm at in the middle of my business. The blessings that this business has shown me are above and beyond anything I would have ever expected. But it's crazy to think about the challenges that are there too, and how do you do more, right? And this is definitely going to evolve in the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months. There's going to be changes coming, things that I'm already implementing now. Joking with my videographer about hashtags and Instagram. That could be a separate video altogether, but it's such an amazing time to be in real estate, and people talk, you know, when I have conversations, they're like, well, you're probably killing it. There's so much more that goes on than just a transaction and having a deal done, right? It's a very emotional process for that other side, for that buyer, for that seller, And I'm the person they look to for the guidance. I'm the person they look to for the stability. And knowing what's going to happen in the transaction and how that's going to lay out, that's the easy part. But when you're in a market like this, that there's a lot of unknowns or things that we don't see, when you're talking to a buyer and they're like, well, what do we offer to get the house? I don't know. You're up against X amount of other offers, and some could be cash, and really you just have to put your best foot forward, and we're going to hope for the best. There are things that we can do, there's things we can navigate, obviously, but when it comes down to it, you can write a really good offer and still not be the one that's chosen on the backside. When you're selling your home, you're looking at all these offers that are coming in. It's like, oh man, which one do we pick? Which one do we go with? Well, just because it's the highest offer doesn't mean it's the best one to go with either, right? It all comes down to those terms and conditions. And so there's good and bad in all of it. And knowing how to navigate and understanding the process, it's so much fun. But it's been challenging over the past couple of weeks, navigating through some of those pieces and causing me to grow, like I said. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. Like I said, it's a little bit more of a raw, real talk. It's a little bit more of the behind the scenes and what I'm going through as a realtor. I wouldn't change it for anything, right? And I'm really excited about the direction that we're going. The Davidson Group specifically, the direction that I'm going and that we are going. But yeah, that's where we're at now. Hope you've enjoyed this. You guys are going to be watching this at the end of May. Going to be a lot of changes coming in the month of June. Going to learn about hashtags, that's for sure. Anyways, that's another video. Guys, hope to see you soon. Hey, if you know someone who's looking to be in the market, if you are thinking about or having conversations, drop a comment, share this with them, reach out to me privately even. We can have an offline conversation and really just explore what that looks like. Because, it may be the decision to take action, or it may be the time to take action, and it may be the time to sit back and wait. But it's a conversation, and it's working through that process. Anyway, hope you're well. Hope to talk to you soon.